It is cloudy. It's raining a little bit. Look at that. It's raining a little bit. Ooh, hello, welcome. Today is Sunday, September 15th, 2013. Today is upper body light day today. So, little tweak to the program this week, or I want to say not for this week, but more live. I'm gonna do it for maybe the next couple weeks. I still have a long ways to go for my bulk, so I have time to kind of experiment on things. So what I've been planning to do is I'm gonna see if I could try and lower my set volume, or I'm not gonna say a set volume, my overall volume of my exercises this week, particularly for upper body, because I do a lot of sets. I do high volume. I like working high volume, but I feel like I'm just throwing too many exercises in, and I'm not really like focused on like the mind muscle connection of like that particular exercise. So like at a minimum I keep some exercises at 3. If I feel tired, I might even do like 2. But what I'm thinking is that since I do have a lot of exercises that hit all the angles, all the necessary angles, particularly for upper body, I hit all the angles pretty good with my exercises, that I think I should put more quantity into those exercises, because the quality is pretty good, because I've been working on textbook technique and such like that. So let's work on probably like adding like a couple more sets onto those exercises, so that I put a little bit more effort into that. Now I know it probably might dive into the realm of overtraining, but for me, I've been doing a ridiculous amount of sets almost every upper body day, maybe close to 30 sets. So, and I'm still like antsy about continuing to work out, but I just don't have enough time for it, and I feel like I'm spending too much time in the gym. So like what I want to do is add like 1 or 2 more sets. So like say I would want to work at least like a minimum of like 4 sets for like one particular exercise, and then I'll hit maybe like 4 exercises or something like that, right? So 4 or 5 sets on 4 exercises, so that's 16 to 20 sets. And then it gives me 2 more exercises to hit isolation, some isolation work that I might need, and then biceps and triceps. And I usually just do 1 exercise for that for like 3 sets. So arms. So, and with isolation stuff, I don't really go high volume on that, but I would like to have a little bit more set volume with compound exercises. So that's what I'm gonna do today. So at least a minimum of 4 sets. Gonna try to keep the exercises short. Try not to think about, okay, I think I would want to do this, or I would want to do that. So since I do upper body 3 times a week, I pretty much have that spread out throughout the whole week. So if like say like today I'll do like a vertical pull today, and then maybe like for Wednesday on the upper body power day, I don't normally do a lot of isolation work, but I could probably do some small accessory work like pullovers and stuff like that, because it's just mainly gonna be a power day, and I could just save a little bit of that little extra energy to do something like that. And then Friday, the third upper body day and the second light day, there I could focus more on maybe doing a vertical pull at a different angle, or doing a row in a different movement, so I can think about it like that. But yeah, that's kind of the plan for this week, and I have a little bit more stuff to talk about later, so let me hit the gym.
All right, are we recording or am I recording? Yeah, lights on. Hey, everybody. I just wanted to record something really quick before I end the vlog. So I haven't really been recording any vlogs at all, because really, doing this shit gets boring after a while. Especially it's like, okay, welcome to the vlog today. Oh, this arm's getting tired. You switch. This arm's getting tired. And then I switch again, like, oh, wait, I gotta re-record that because my finger was in the lens. But yeah, I just want to talk about kind of like the mentality of why I was just tweaking, like the reason for tweaking my my routine for this week. Um, when I tend to work out at the gym, I love high volume, because for me, uh, I feel like if I want to put effort into a weightlifting session, I gotta do a lot to do. Um, when it comes to just feeling alright, or feeling that I got some sort of pump out of it. I feel like I got to do a lot of things in order to feel like I achieved something, I guess. So, and this is kind of like it's the same mentality that I had back in when I was a track and field athlete in high school. You know, coach says, here's our sprint regimen. You know, here do like 5 sets of this one, or 5 sets of like 50 meters, 4 sets of like 40 meters, something like that. So something like that. I would actually do like an extra 2 sets more because I felt like I had to catch up, and the only way for me to catch up is to put forth a little bit more effort. So a lot of things that kind of helped me out when I was younger playing sports is kind of coming back to me now, and so here I am. But anyways, high volume. So I tend to do high volume, and usually when you think of high volume, you just add more sets onto a workout. But for me, it's adding more exercises onto a workout that adds more sets. And my mentality was, okay, so if I add more exercises, I'm going to be hitting all the angles I need in a workout. But what I've been kind of feeling the last couple weeks is that me trying to hit, every single angle in a workout, I tend to um, get tired in the latter half. And this is me now, in the off season where I'm having a lot more carbs in my system. I'm eating a surplus, and I'm coming in to weightlifting sessions in the evening, carved up, I guess, and I'm getting tired in the latter half of the weightlifting sessions because I'm putting more intensity into it, especially the first couple lifts in the beginning, because those are the big ones that I usually get out of the way. Like a chest press or a squat or like a deadlift. I get that out of the way in the beginning, and by the time I get to the latter half, and I still have more movements to hit, it's like I have a lack of energy to do them, but I still get the set done, But it felt like I'm not really doing the sets correctly. So that's when I thought, rather than having all these exercises to hit different angles and such like that, why not focus on those particular one exercises that you're doing at the moment, that one exercise you're doing at the moment, and just put forth a couple more extra sets into it. So I do a minimum of 3 sets on hypertrophy days, so why not put forth that extra set to do a fourth one, or maybe a fifth one, 6 maximum. I'm looking towards to do right now. And so that's what I've been thinking, to to really focus on that particular movement in time, and just hit it really hard. Hit it really hard, because if I'm going to hit different angles, I have 2 other upper body days that I'm going to hit different angles throughout the week, because I do upper body 3 times and I do a lower body twice. So I work out 5 days a week. And like I said, for upper body, I have 3 days. I have 3 days to hit all the angles I want. And I have ample amount of recovery to do that. So why try to hit everything one day when I could just spread it out over the week? So this is the realization I'm coming to right now. So so it's weird that you know I love doing volume, but it's actually I'm feeling more counterproductive to it. Now it's not counterproductive in I'm feeling that it's overtraining. I'm just I'm just feeling like overtraining means it's like I'm literally like pushing myself beyond the limit. Like if I have a pump, like I'm literally just going to explode, and like I literally can't move anymore. But this is more of a for me, it's like a mental fatigue. Like like I said, I'm able to do the exercise, but mentally I'm tired because it's like, oh, I've been doing too much. But physically I'm able to kind of grind out those 3 sets, but it's not a good feeling for me to grind them out because I'm just tired and debilitated. So that's just me lacking nutrition. So if I could lower the volume on just instead of packing so much into one day, if I just lower the volume so I could just focus on those, like those 4 or 5 exercises, then I should be good. I should be good. That way, and also that way the sessions won't be long, man. Because my sessions tend to be long, especially on power days where I'm thinking about more of having ample amount of rest time between sets to make sure that I'm ready before a big lift. The time in the gym takes long, but to take longer times in the gym because of a hypertrophy day, what did up with that? So that's what I've been thinking. That's what I've been tweaking. That's why I want to tweak with my training regimen now until whenever contest prep begins. And I think it's a good direction. So that way, I do have lagging body parts about me that I need to work on, but to do it for like say like one exercise for like three sets of 8 to 12, I feel like that might not be enough for me if I put forth another sets, I think I could actually help myself out a lot more better than just like 3 sets, you know. And like I said, I could do that one day and say like do it another day. I'll hit it. I'll hit the same muscle group, but from a different angle or from a different perspective, you know. So in a different movement, an alternative movement. So that's why I want to kind of switch things up on that. So I feel like that's going to be kind of interesting to perform, or interesting to not perform, but the interesting thing to change up with my routine. And all of this is just more of a evolution of me, you know, because in the beginning, especially if you're just a beginning weightlifter, all you really do is just go to the gym and work out. Your inspirations are just being the next guy, or looking at the muscle magazines and such like that, or being your friend who's like super rip or something like that. He has a six pack abs, and you just want to be like them. So you just go into the gym, work out the best you can, and see if you could produce progress. For me, I'm well above that that plane now. I've achieved the image I want. um I've had the six pack, which I don't consider a six pack. It's more like a like 4.5 pack. I don't know. I could debate this. I could debate my own six pack, but we'll do that for later. But I'm at that point where even the smaller things about me are the the glaring weaknesses. Like I think, like even looking, like people commented about how big I am, especially how big my arms are. I feel like that's like one of the smaller things about me. Like it's just symmetry wise, it's not that great. Like see, this is my right shoulder, right? My right shoulder. It's fairly round. Especially it's fairly round. The tricep and such like that. You can still see. Uh, but then you look at the left shoulder. It's my left shoulder is not as. I think it's the lighting, but my shoulder's not as big. My tricep though is pretty good. It's because I have the lighting right here. So, but my left shoulder is actually smaller than my right shoulder. But people say it's big, but it's I just don't feel it's I just feel like I could get them a little bit more bigger naturally, naturally. But yeah, but this is just more of the tweaks to the exercises. I just need to look how I could hit it from different angles, and just really kind of just test that trial and error. I thought it's for me, this is kind of the weird thing of I'm prepping by myself, and I know I have a lot of things against me when I do, when you're somebody who's doing your own prep by yourself. But like I talked to this, I talked to this with a guy at the gym. We're kind of in the same situation. Why why ask for a prep coach when you know there's not really where something like amateur bodybuilding, it's more of a like a self gratification. You just want to be able to feel good and show off to people that you're able to um, achieve something that not a lot of people can achieve, and that that's totally fine. But there's a lot of people spend a lot of money into this stuff, and for some of us, like myself, who I don't really have a great paying job, I we tend to try to do this stuff on a budget, and to have a coach, it's going to you just add in more money into something that's to help improve yourself, which is a good thing, but at the same time, where does it lead to? It doesn't lead to money. Bodybuilding, natural bodybuilding, doesn't earn you money. So we kind of we talked about this. So that's why I'm in the same boat with some other people that this is something serious that you could get into, but if you understand nutrition, if you understand training, um, if you understand how to read and react to how your body feels every single day, I think you're able to do things. I think you're able to do things by yourself. And so this is something that I definitely want to test for 2014, that I could do this by myself. And you know, I do someday want to become a professional bodybuilder. Maybe someday, but in the meantime, all this, man, it's fun to me. It's just a fun activity to do. It's fun to network with other people who are also doing this fitness bodybuilding stuff. Because uh we all feed off each other, and this is, it's a very positive thing for, for just to get people to keep going or to get other people to get into an activity like this, because it's definitely a difficult thing to do, to really go on a strict diet, strict training regimen, to do it for long weeks at a time, and to maintain something that you're not going to maintain for, a couple days. It's how do you find the motivation for that? I'll get into that into another video. But anyways, I'm gonna cut things off. I don't want to talk anymore about the bodybuilding stuff, because I'll save that for the next video. I have nothing to talk about for video games because I got nothing to talk about. I'm in the grindy portion of Final Fantasy 14 because I'm not really working on PvE stuff. I'm working on crafting at the moment because I'm addicted to crafting. But I don't want to talk to you guys about, I've been doing some mining for 3 hours straight to work on my crafting, or I've been working on chopping down trees to work on crafting for 3 hours straight. Nah, that's the phase I'm in right now, and it'll probably be a good couple days until I can get out of that and start working on PvE stuff. So yeah, yeah, nothing else to talk about. So yeah, so video game stuff, nah. But I'll talk about some stuff for next time, because it's still something interesting for me, and it's still one of my hobbies. I don't want to talk about it, but yeah, I will see everybody for Thursday, and yeah, I'm gonna play with some recording programs by then. But yeah, so I'll see you soon. Bye. Peace.